famous Piazza Navona, located in the historic center of Rome, just west of the Pantheon. This Baroque square is the remains of what was once a stadium called Circus Domitianus, built in 85 AD to host ancient Greek Agonal games, a competition arena, ordered by Emperor Domitian, the younger son of Vespasian that built the Colosseum. The piazza itself took its shape as the stadium's building crumbled over time. Just the arena itself, which was larger than the Colosseum's, measured 787 feet long, 213 feet wide. With its bleachers around three sides, the overall measurement was 905 feet long and 348 feet wide, with a height of 100 feet above ground level, and held 30,000 spectators. The remains of the ancient stadium lie 15 feet on the Piazza Navona today. Indeed, all the buildings that faces the square today laid their foundations on the bleachers' ruins, hence the long oval shape of the square we see today. In the 15th century, the stadium was paved over to create the Navona Square. But thanks to the discovery and excavations in 1936, the remnants of the stadiums are still visible around the area, mostly underground, where guided tours are available. Unique in that it is extremely long when compared to other piazzas, today it's considered one of Rome's most beautiful squares with its three fountains. At the northern end, there's Fontana del Nettuno, the Neptune fountain, also known as the Calderari, was built in 1576 by Giacomo della Porta. The statues of Neptune surrounded by sea nymphs were added in the 19th century. Facing Neptune slaying an octopus. In the center of Piazza Navona is the largest fountain, the Fountain of the Four Rivers, Fontana dei Quattro Fiumi, with a 52-foot high obelisk that was originally located at the Circus of Maxentius near the old Appian Way. The dove, representing the Holy Spirit on top of the obelisk, represents the Catholic Church commitment of evangelism throughout the world. The design of the fountain was Bernini. It features four statue figures at the base of a rock supporting the obelisk, each figure representing a river from a different continent: the Nile, the Ganges, the Danube, and the Rio de la Plata. It was constructed between 1647 and 1651 at the request of Pope Innocent X. Around 2 years later, the church of Sant'Agnese in Agone, St. Agnes of Agone, was built on this site. According to legend, St. Agnes was martyred here for her Christian beliefs. When you hear the church bells ring, it's such a beautiful sound as they echo through the square, giving you goosebumps. At At the southern end of the square, there's the third fountain, the Fountain of the Moor, La Fontana del Moro. Giacomo della Porta built the fountain itself, and the central statue of the Moor holding a dolphin was later designed by Bernini and was added in the 17th century. The Tritons are 19th century additions. An interesting fact about the plaza goes back to the 17th century, when Pope Innocent X started a tradition of covering the drains of the three fountains on Saturdays and Sundays to allow people to enjoy the pooled water. It became known as Lake of Piazza Navona. This tradition lasted for 2 centuries until 1866, when Pius IX put an end to the summer fun. Today, it's considered by many to be Rome's second favorite square after St. Peter's. And there's a variety of cafes and restaurants, as well as souvenir vendors, artists, and entertainers, attracting tourists and local Romans. It also hosts a Christmas market each year that is popular with residents and tourists, but especially children.